I'm going to show you today how a divine instruction can change everything for your life. How a divine encounter can change the path of your life, the path of how your destiny was heading. So at the end of this teaching, be prepared for your life to be changed. Be ready for a change to come. Quickly, understand the difference between the kingdom of heaven and the Babylonian kingdom, the kingdom of the world. Understand how it operates. Now, the world, they operate in a way that's hustle culture. Ignore balance, forget balance. Go all in and isolate yourself from the world. There's just a way of thinking and a way of obtaining money that doesn't align with the way God set stone. Because money is a tool that God gave to us. But because Satan has power over this tool as well, he has now perverted the way in which you should be getting this tool money. But when you look at the blueprint, the way God does things, there's a balance in which you should be working. There's a time to work and there's a time to rest. You don't burn yourself out until the point where you're sick, until the point where you've cut yourself out from all good people that are in your life. You've cut yourself out from all sound wisdom, all sound counsel, advisors in your life. You've now said, forget all that. Let me just focus on me. No one's for me. I don't want to hear what anyone's saying. No, that's incorrect. Another mindset that needs to be corrected is money is a tool. It's a weapon. It's not a god. Your faith isn't supposed to be in money. Some people trust money too much. Oh, I have no friends. Wait until I get money. I can't get a girlfriend. Okay, let me get money. My family don't respect me. Okay, let me get money. Now look, it sounds right. It sounds correct. But what you don't recognize is you're putting your trust and faith in money, when all things can be solved in faith in God. So that means money is supposed to be a tool, meaning that it's supposed to have a purpose in your life. So when money is released onto you, it has an assignment. It's not just to sit in your account. Yes, there's a goal to also grow the money, invest the money, multiply the money, but there's actually also a goal to scatter the money. The money should be placed as seeds into people's lives, seeds into your own life. It's a tool, but it's not a cure. It's not a cure. Now, I can talk about the flaws from the kingdom of Babylon, the kingdom of the world, and how it operates when it comes to success. But I'm here to draw out a law from the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to speak about a law from the kingdom of heaven, which is also practiced in the world. Some people in the world understand this law better than some believers. Divine instruction and divine encounter. All it takes is one person meeting the right person. All it takes is hearing the right words, the right strategy. All it takes is giving the right first impression. Depending on how your life is structured and where you're going in life, that breakthrough you're waiting for can be on the other side of one change, one shift. Now, you can only do things with your own strength so much. We only have a set amount of hours, right? We're caged to 24 hours in a day, right? We're caged to having to eat. We're caged to having to wash ourselves, use the toilet, etc., etc. There's only so much we can do within a certain amount of time. So it means if you're pushing these limits, excuse me, you are going to get burnt out. If you're pushing these limits, you will get burnt out. You are chambered by limits in which you can't go further than. And if you attempt to go further than these limits which your body is chambered in, you will burn out. You may find that you feel like your business is stuck. It's in a place where it's not moving forward. You're at a threshold, you don't know what to do. You may find in your career that you're looking for something bigger, but it's not coming up. That big break isn't coming up. That act you're looking for, that dance performance, whatever it is for you, you're looking for it, but it's not coming. You're capped. You've reached your maximum capacity. This is where a divine instruction will come through. because you can only see so much from your own perspective. So what you now need to do is you now need to align yourself with the perspective of heaven. God is watching over you, and he has his own perspective about what's going on in your life. So he has his own blueprint. And when you can tap into that, change happens immediately. Now, within the Bible, if you read Exodus and you go to the specific chapter 18, you will see that Moses was a man known for freeing the Israelites, right? Walking in miracles and powers that God gave him. It got to a point he had to now be a judge over all of Israel. At this point, Israel is millions of people. Too many people to count. Moses has to stand as a judge all day and all night, helping solve their issues. One by one, people are coming to him. One by one, one by one. Now, Moses' father-in-law, he saw this. And he said, Moses, what on earth is going on? If it's just you in charge of all these millions of people, you have no systems in place, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to be weary, you're going to be tired. And the people waiting for you to get a moment to speak to you, as they're waiting, they're tired as well. They're getting burnt out. This isn't beneficial for both parties. So Moses' father-in-law now gives him this instruction. Let me read it. Select from all the people some capable, honest men who fear God and hate bribes. Appoint them as leaders over groups of 1,000, 100, 50, and 10. They should always be available to solve the people's common disputes, but have them bring the major cases to you. Let the leaders decide the smaller matters amongst themselves. They will help you carry the load, make the task easier for you. So this divine encounter, by the way, Moses' father-in-law, he wasn't dwelling with Moses. Yeah, he came to visit him. And he saw what was going on and gave him this advice. So Moses' father-in-law saw what's going on and he said, you need systems. This is what you should do. You should be overseeing what's going on, but you shouldn't be speaking to each and every person. Here, have these leaders on top of leaders, on top of other leaders, on top of the people. Build a system. That's what Moses' father-in-law told Moses. So this divine encounter, this divine visitation, and this divine instruction, it came from God and it changed the impact of leadership, Moses' leadership. His life literally changed again in that moment because now his leadership was systemized. He now had time to work on other things, whereas before he was bound. He couldn't do anything else apart from tend to the people. I'll show you another one. Luke chapter 5. In the book of Luke, go to chapter 5. It speaks about how Christ, Jesus, gave a divine instruction to the disciples, Simon, and told him how his business should boom. He gave him an instruction that changed his business in the same hour, in the same 20 minutes. It was an extended period of time of months or years. In that moment, his business changed just like that. After Jesus finished doing a teaching on Simon's boat, he now said, all right, appreciate you. Now, this is for you. I want you to cast your net into the water. Go a bit deeper, cast your net into the water and catch fish. Simon says, Ish, but as for this thing, I've been doing it all night. I've been doing it since. I haven't caught anything. But Master, because you said so, I will do it. And as he did it, in that moment, just because Christ told him to do it, that different factor, there was nothing else different. He was doing it all night, all day. But until Christ told him, okay, do it now. He caught a boat's load of fish, literally. His boat was tipping over. He had to call for help to contain the amount of fish he caught. So just like that, your business can boom to a degree that you need help. You need to start employing people quickly because you can't handle the load that's coming to your business. That's what a divine instruction can do. That's what a divine encounter can do. Meeting the right person at the right time. Hearing the right words from them at the right time. There's someone I enjoy to watch. School of Hard Knocks. He goes around, asks people, what do you do for a living? How did you afford this car? How did you afford this house? And if he's successful, they spit game. They tell him what they've done. They tell him where they're going. They tell him how. He is someone that pushes himself out there constantly to get this right encounter, to get the right words out of people. He's noticed this thing. He exercises it endlessly. If I get 100 no's, let me get that one yes. He's still going until that conversation breaks through. And you see, he's picking the minds of millionaires and billionaires. So once it hits the internet, bam, it's gone viral. It's gone viral because how often are millionaires and billionaires seen in the world? So to the 99% of the world, the 97% of the world, they admire to watch this. They admire to see the minds of these millionaires and billionaires. That's why he keeps on going, keeps on pressing for that encounter. I looked into the life of John Paul. He's the founder of Patron Tequila and another hair business, right? He was broke, dead broke, living in his car. And if I'm reciting the story correctly, he waited outside either a restaurant, a business, and a car, a wealthy looking car. He waited for the owner of the car to come out. And as the owner of the car came out, he pitched his idea for his hair business that he has. The owner of the car, the wealthy man at the time, he was feeling the idea and he took John Paul on board. Gave John Paul networks, gave John Paul money investment. Though the story did go left because he did pull out original funds and he did come out of the deal, his investment plan. But still, the time that was invested into John Paul changed his life. That person believing in the vision of the hair business changed John Paul's life. So he invested the last that he had and kept reinvesting profits into the business. And today, he's the successful entrepreneur that he is. All because of a divine visit, a divine encounter. Now, just to clarify, when I say divine, I mean that this thing can't be done on your own behalf. It has to be given to you. God has to permit this encounter to happen. Now, you yourself, just as the disciples did on the boat in Luke chapter 5, you yourself can draw for a divine strategy right now. Right now. You close your room door, you seclude yourself, and you pray, you worship, you wait on God. Tell him that you want a strategy that can change how things are looking for your business. Change how things are looking for your life, for your family. Whatever it is that's pressing on your heart, that's not changing. You want to change, you want something different. You need a strategy. You can draw forth for it now in the secret place. Now, it could be that God gives you the idea now in the silence, in the quietness that you seclude yourself in. Or it could be that as you leave your house in days to come, you now meet the right person you need to. But for you to give yourself some type of power over the situation, you need to pray. You need to tell God that this is what you want. You want the strategy, you want the blueprint that he has in mind. You want the blueprint that he can orchestrate. And for as long as you believe it can happen, it will happen. I would even beg to differ that if you don't believe it can happen, it's not going to happen. Because the thing will come, and because you don't believe in it, you've ignored it, you've missed it. You've missed your breakthrough, you've missed the meeting point you were supposed to have. That person you were supposed to meet to change your life, you've missed it because you didn't believe it could happen. Even people that aren't Christians, they believe in this thing. I listen to a lot of interviews of people which the world calls successful. They believe in this principle that you can meet the right person. Alex Hormozy, he met the right person that changed his trajectory of how he does business. Now, just to round off, you must really, really believe that this encounter can happen. It doesn't matter how it comes. Just believe that it can happen. It may not be necessary that you meet someone, but it can be that in your secret place, you'll hear a word from God that will change everything for your business, for your career, for your ministry. But you have to believe it can happen. Because once again, as I said, when this thing comes, you will ignore it if you don't believe it can happen. You would doubt that this is the breakthrough. You would doubt that this is the change that you need. In Ecclesiastes, it says that time and chance happens to all man. That victory in your sphere, in your career, isn't because you're first, isn't because you're wise, isn't because you're strong. Time and chance happens to everyone. So it's those who seize opportunity. That's the breakthrough. Because time and chance happens to everybody. Everybody has the chance, the time to change their life, to enter into something new. But if you don't seize the opportunity, you've missed it.